Hey guys, welcome to my garden where I garden in Zone 8B, Northwest Florida. And today I'm in my kitchen garden and I want to give you a little tour and show you some of the things that I'm growing and some of the things that I'm going to be planting for the fall. And I'm just going to rearrange some things. So I thought I'd bring you along so you could kind of see what I do. I'm going to show you around what I have growing right now. I have all tomatoes in this bed and all green bell peppers in this bed. Eventually, when these die out, I'm going to start growing some lettuce, spinach, radishes, and carrots in them, all the like fall crops. But for right now, I don't have room to grow carrots, but it's a good time to go ahead and start them. So I'm going to grow these Danvers in a grow bag, and I'm growing some more green bush beans, and I'm also going to grow these in a grow bag as well. This is the last chance. In August is the last chance to grow your bush beans. And then I'm also going to sow some Siberian dwarf kale and some red Russian kale. And I don't know if I'm going to put these in a grow bag or if I'm just going to toss them around in one of these beds. Um, Let me think about it. I also have some gray zucchini. I'm going to try to grow some of this. I've never grown this variety before. I've eaten it before and I really like it, but I think I'm going to try growing it. Maybe I'll grow like one or two of them. And I have some small mini pumpkins that I'm going to grow. And I know I already grew pumpkins out in the back, but I thought it would look really nice to put a pot on each side here with sunflowers, try to grow sunflowers, and then another pot with maybe a pumpkin or two growing out of them. I think it'll look like really nice going into the garden. So yeah, and then I'll be moving some pots around because I have a lot of pots that I feel like I want to move around. So let me just give you a look. Okay, so right now in here I have a ton of tomato plants, and they probably don't look so good just because it's so hot, and they look a little wilted, but they're good. They're still good. They're still producing more flower. So I'm probably still going to get some more tomatoes out of them. And I think once they're done, they're going to be done. I don't know if I'm going to grow any fall tomatoes, but I'll just have to see how much room really I have. And then over here, my bell peppers, they're all doing pretty good. I got a lot more coming. And let me show you. I have a lot of empty pots here. So I think I'm going to use one of these large ones to plant some carrots. And then, yeah. And then I have some more empty pots here because I moved my peppers that were here. I put them all on this bed right here. So this is all hot peppers. And then my cherry tomatoes, I put the rest of my cherry tomatoes on this side of the bed. And then I have my eggplants here. These two beds here are going to be broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. I'm going to try to grow all those in there. And then I have a lot of my herbs here. Some of them are doing pretty good. Some of them, all right. Some of them won't grow really till it gets a little cooler. Like I know dill and cilantro there, these two pots. This stuff doesn't grow as well as it does in the cooler seasons. So I think that's one that's going to do good. And then over here I have zucchini growing. And in this bed, this is my green beans and corn, which I don't know how much longer I'll have this. I think this might need to be pulled out pretty soon. I do know I might have some more green beans growing, but I think it's gonna be pulled out pretty soon. And I don't know what I'll be putting there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of get working on this front area here. I'm gonna put 2 grow bags on each side, one with a sunflower and one with pumpkins, just because I think it'll look really pretty in the fall. To mix the soil real good, it's kind of blending everything in. Um, okay, so I'm gonna plant some sunflowers in here, and I'm probably gonna put a couple more than I actually need but I'm gonna go back and just thin them out because really I don't want to grow more than maybe like really just one sunflower. So I'm probably gonna put like 3 or 4 seeds in there just to yeah, just to see. I'm sure at least one of these 4 is gonna take. So I'm just gonna put a little hole here, not too deep, but, and then I'm just gonna drop a seed in here, one in here, one in here, and one in here, and just cover those up. And then I'll go through and I'll water everything when I'm done. So then in this bag, I'm gonna grow, I really wanna grow like 2 pumpkins, but I think I'm gonna put maybe 4 of them in here. Good. So I'll just put these 4 in here. These sunflower seeds are just ones from actual sunflower heads that I collected. There, so I'll just plant these 4 in here. I just think it'll look really nice in the fall to have a sunflower blooming and some pumpkins kind of vining down. Okay, now that's done. I'm gonna head down over here, and something I want to do over here is just kind of clean this up. It's kind of a mess. So I think I'm gonna do all my herbs that I could use for like tea over here. Since the lemongrass is here, I'm just gonna put some of the stuff that I could harvest that's kind of tea related. It could be a little mini tea garden. So I'm gonna actually pull this out. I'm gonna take away the cilantro, and I'm gonna put the cilantro over here next to the parsley. Gonna kind of clean this whole area up because I have herbs all over the place. So I'm just gonna put like some of my herbs over here that are like, that I could use for tea, like the lemongrass and the chamomile go good together along with the mint and the lemon balm that I have. And then just put like my parsley and cilantro and my thyme and dill over here. So I'll move this mint plant over here. Take this dill out. Nice, put the dill next to the pickles. And then, yeah. We'll put the oregano over here. We'll put the calendula over here. And the thyme over here. Put the chamomile. Put the chamomile over here. And put this lemon balm. Let me actually trim that up. This stuff smells amazing. This is kind of nice because I feel like this is going to shade some of the stuff. This likes sun, so I'll move it over here. And this likes sun too. And I'll just put the mint out here. Actually, no, I'll leave it there. What else do we need? Basil tea. So I think I'm going to put a basil in here. Get some. Change out some of the soil and put some fresh soil in here. I've never actually had basil tea, but I hear people say that it's like really good, so I might have to try it. And let me fix my calendula here that's sprouting. I don't know if I'll have to plant some more. I feel like I might. I feel like I should. I like pretty much direct sow everything. I don't really do a lot of seed starting in trays and stuff. Trying, but I really don't have the room in my garage for like a greenhouse or anything like that. If anything, sometimes if I don't direct sow, I'll just direct sow in like a little container. I like using like the strawberry or the raspberry or blueberry containers that have like the cover, and I just put like seed starting mix in it and then put the seeds in, and just it creates like a greenhouse type of effect. And I just usually will set it in either my garage or my patio and kind of just spray it with some water every now and then, or every day if I can, until they germinate. And once they sprout, I usually don't let them get too big, and I just come out here and just plant it right away. But mostly everything I just direct sow. And if I don't direct sow it, like I just buy the transplants just because it's easier for me. I'm not really like that advanced of a gardener. I'm still kind of learning things as I go. I just know I tend to do better with the things that are easy to just direct sow. I might come back in here and just throw some more seeds in. but I don't know if it's too late or not. I'll have to check. But I'll come back and water all this. Just put some fresh soil in some of these pots. Oh, it is so hot out here. It is like probably like 94 degrees or something like that. So I can only come out here for a short period of time. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we have lemon balm, no, lemongrass, lemon balm, mint, chamomile, this poor little one chamomile plant. And I sowed so many seeds in here, but I think it's something that I might have to either buy, or I think I'm probably put the seeds in at the wrong time, and I think it might grow better if the soil is like a little cooler. I don't know, I'll have to look into it. Calendula, basil. Yeah, so I have my lemongrass and my lemon balm, mint, chamomile, calendula, basil, and whatever other herbs that I find that could be tea related. I could just put it in this little section here. And then I still have more herbs here. I have rosemary and sage in here, which I think I need to cut some of this back. It's getting kind of big. And then I have the same here, rosemary and some sage there. And then I have basil and thyme, oregano, Italian parsley, cilantro, which won't get going really till it's a little cooler. That grows better in a cooler season. And actually, I do have this curled parsley plant, so I'll actually move that. Okay, and I got this curled parsley, so I'll stick that in here. Move this back a little, move this back, and then move this back. Okay. That looks better. Okay, so I still have a couple of empty grow bags that I can grow stuff in. So I just need to figure out what I'm going to put where. So carrots need to go in a big grow bag like that. And then green beans, definitely I could fit probably about 6 green beans bushes in this 7-gallon. And kale, I could put kale in here. And I actually have 2 different kinds of kale. I have this Russian red and this dwarf Siberian. So I have an empty grow bag here. And then I have this zucchini. I think I might plant over next to the other zucchinis. So yeah, let's do that. I'll just set that aside here. go. All right, so we'll have kale, green beans. And then I have this tomato plant here, carrots, and this artichoke. And then I have an empty pot here that I could actually, I'll put it here because I might grow some flowers or something. Actually, we'll keep that hidden away back there. We'll bring this forward. Okay. I'm weird. I like to plant with my hands. I like to pour the seeds out into my fingers and press it into the soil. Okay, I'm going to plant some green beans in there, about 6 of them. There are 6 of them. Put one here, one here. And one in the middle. And I actually forgot to put the labels on them, so I definitely would have to refer back to this video to make sure I remember where I put everything. I'll just put more dirt in here a little bit. Okay, these seeds are kind of small, and I just sprinkle them in, and then once they start to grow, I'll go back and thin them out if I need to and separate them. But I'll just sprinkle them. And then I'll put some of this Russian kale here. And the seeds are pretty small as well. They look about the same, even though they're a different variety. There. Kind of like chaos gardening. It's just so much more easier to just directly sow them than to start them out in trays. I have the worst luck. I feel like they just grow so well for me when I put them in a grow bag. Okay, last but not least, let's plant these Danver carrots. carrots grow really easily. The only thing that's annoying about carrots is that you have to go back and thin them if you're not planting each seed like within a right distance from each other, then you have to go back and kind of thin them out. But usually with carrots, you kind of just make a line, kind of like a little trench here like that. Yeah, we'll see how this works. I usually grow them in the raised garden bed, and it does really well, but I've never really grown them in a bag, but I've seen a lot of people do it. So we'll give it a try. And I'm not going to plant too much. So some people just take it and just kind of sprinkle it along. And then once they kind of start to grow out, you can kind of go back and thin them out, because not all the seeds are going to germinate. But you just don't want to plant too many too close together, because then your carrots are going to grow super small. They're not going to have enough room to grow. Okay. And then you just cover them back up. And normally they germinate really well if you put, like if you have a piece of wood or something, you cover it, and that will allow it to kind of germinate a little faster. So actually what I'm going to do is get some cardboard, a piece of cardboard, and put it on here. And then when I water everything, I'm going to water the cardboard with it so that it'll kind of germinate faster. And then once, like in a couple days, I will lift up the piece of cardboard, and if I see some of the sprouts, then I will remove it, and then it's good. It just helps it grow faster, kind of germinate quicker. So let me grab that cardboard. Okay, so I'm back with this piece of cardboard that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to cut around it. There, that is perfect. So yeah, once I water everything, I'll water this along with it, and after a couple of days or even a week or so, I will lift it up and I'll see. And if I see some green sprouts, then I'm good. They germinated, so I'll just remove this, and I no longer need this. But I'll put this in here for now. I'll throw these in my compost. Okay, so one last thing here to plant is some of this gray zucchini, and I already have regular zucchinis. I don't even know if I don't even think I have enough room, but I'm still gonna just stuff a few in here and just see how they do, because I have terrible luck with zucchini, and I don't know. I'm just going to give it a try. I heard this variety is easier to grow, so we'll see. And then once they start growing, I'm going to grow them vertically. So I'm going to put something here to stake them and just try to grow them upward so that they don't spread out so much. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up after myself and then water everything down nicely. Okay, so another walkthrough. Sunflowers, pumpkins, tomatoes, green peppers. I do have some of these celery in here that looks really good. And some beautiful kale in this bed as well. And these are my tomatoes. I know they look terrible, but I promise they're still good. Everything's all nicely watered. Look at that turmeric. Look how big it's gotten. And this ginger. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with this asparagus, when I'm going to put it in the ground and where I'm going to put it. I'll give you a sneak peek of the flower garden. Everything's looking really pretty. These are really pretty roses. I got some strawberries growing. All right, so my garden duties are all done for this evening, and I'm gonna go inside and get cleaned up and relax. And I hope I will see you next time. Bye.